guys, it is Carl Brown with GL365.com. I have a great one for you today, a fantastic song by INXS, Never Tear Us Apart. So this is going to be a pretty easy one, I hope, for you, and just a couple of simple chord progressions and you'll be on your way. So shouldn't take you too long. Before I get into it, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Ring that little notification bell so you know when I release a new video. Please do that. And check out my Guitar Academy. It just doesn't take long. You get a 7-day free trial so you can check out, see if it's something that will work for you. You can join our great community we got going over there. The link is in the description. Get a 7-day free trial to all my courses. They cover everything from a complete beginner course to more advanced courses in improvisation for both rock, blues, metal, jazz. We got a great ear training course and a guitar tone course, so it's all there. So please go check it out. All right, so let's jump into this. So I'm going to start out with this chord progression that opens the track and is also the verse of the song. So it looks like this. So there's a reason why I'm using some of these chord voicings, usually because the instrumentation, I know this is on a synth, right? You're listening for the top note a lot of times with these chords. So this is an F chord, so I could have been a little bit easier and just hung out back here. But that top note is the melody note in that chord voicing. So So that's the reason why I'm taking those certain choices. You can come up here and play it like this. But I thought this would be a little bit easier for you. So let's start here with this A minor 7th chord. So it's the open A string, 2nd fret on the D, open G, 1st fret on the B, and then the 3rd fret on the high E string. So we're basically going to just play that and just strum it with just all downstrokes. And I'm kind of muting this, kind of lifting up the pressure in the fingers in the left hand to kind of get a dun 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 dun, kind of more that staccato feel that the synth patch is doing. So this. Now from there it goes to an F major add 9 chord. Now I'm going to give you a couple ways to play this one. I like wrapping my thumb over and playing the bass note here on the low E string at the 1st fret. Some people hate doing thumb chords, and that's fine. It sounds fine without it because you can still have F in the bass. It's just a little bit higher voicing. So you can just basically do what I'm doing on the top 4 strings, which is the 3rd fret on the D, 2nd fret on the G, 1st fret on the B, 3rd fret on the high E. So that's still an F major add 9 chord. And if you're good at thumb chords, you can just wrap over and just double that F an octave lower, and it sounds a little bit bigger. And if you like, you can hold it. If you can hold one of those guys that can hold 2 strings with 1 fingertip. So I'm holding the 3rd fret there on the A and the D. You can strum all the strings, but regardless, you need to do some version of that. So this. So don't ask me what you know is true. Don't have to tell you. So that goes to a D minor chord. I'm going to give you a little tip here to how to play the D minor in case you just play it like this. Play it like this because you're preparing 2 of the notes that are coming in the upcoming chord. So it makes that chord shift a little bit easier. So this D minor is 1st fret on the high E, 3rd on the B string, 2nd on the G, open D. So you go up to this F, all you gotta do is take these 2 fingers right here and move them up to the 5th fret. So that the middle finger moves up to the 5th fret, which will take the pinky to the 6th. And then you could just lay down the 5th fret there on the high E string and then the 3rd fret on the D. So it's a lot easier than grabbing that chord cold. You can just have it, use these 2 fingers as guide fingers. So it is. I love your precious heart. So all together. So that's the chorus, I mean that's the verse progression, and then we have the chorus, looks like this. I was standing, you were there, two worlds collided, and they could never tear us apart. So that right there is just it's a C major chord, but you're gonna put a G in the bass. So you're gonna put the fifth of the chord in the bass. So it's C major, second inversion. So the easiest way to do that is take the note, if you're playing a normal C major chord, move that over to the third fret of the low E string, and then you gotta replace that note that you just left with your pinky on the third fret on the A string. So we have that to C, G in the bass, to an F major chord. Regular F major bar chord here too. So that's just a bar at the first fret with the second fret on the G string, third fret on the D, and then fifth fret on the A. So back and forth between those chords a couple times. I was standing, you were there, two worlds collided. So like 4 times of that, and then we're going to end it with a G major chord. So that's just standard G major. Alright, then we have an actual guitar part here, but I'm obviously playing on this on acoustic, but it's on electric guitar, but we can just keep it on acoustic. This is slightly different than the way he does it a little later. Looks like this. So pretty simple. It's open A string, then third fret on the A, then the open D. From there, you're gonna just all downstrokes, still that same rhythm. And this first time I'm playing it, just do it on an A power chord, which means you're just gonna be picking the open A string, second fret on the D, and second fret on the G. You're gonna stop there, just those 3 strings. Then do that again. And then we go back to the verse. We could live for 1,000 years, but if I hurt you, I'd make wine from your tears. Again, don't you let me make a fly. So it's just the same verse chords done twice. Twice there, and then the same chorus. I was standing. So same chorus coming out of that second verse there, and then we have that guitar riff again here that is played slightly different. Looks like this. So instead of just going to an A power chord, it goes to a full A major chord, which sounds, then immediately goes back to minor, A minor. So that's the same riff at first, open A, third fret on the A to the open D, and then I just basically all you gotta do is keep that bar extended over to the B string and hit the B string as well. So that second fret on the B is what will turn it into now a full A major chord. And then when you do this, like again, this little melody line, the little riff is a little different too. It goes open D this time, second fret on the D, open G, and then back to that A major. So the second time you hear that guitar fill, the guitar riff looks like this. Alright, and then we get to the sax solo, which is just over the verse chorus. Just one time through the verse chords. And then we're back to the chorus. This is the last chorus. There's going to be a slight variation at the end of it. So it's kind of, he's kind of mixing up the phrasing and the vocals too, but it's kind of like that G at the end, it transitions back to repeat the chorus by going to an F, and then you start over. So that. So that's the only difference. That little F major transition, just repeat the chord. Go to G, then go back to F. Should probably not give directions while I'm trying to play the chords. So it's a pretty simple tune, but it's a great one. So hope you guys enjoyed it. It shouldn't take you long to get down if you're just a little like an upper beginner player and onward. It should be a breeze for you. All right, hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you again soon for GuitarLessons365.com.